As I stood on the dock, gazing out at the calm waters where my boat was moored, I couldn't help but think of her. She was the reason my heart beat fast, the reason I couldn't concentrate on anything else. We had met a few weeks ago, and since then, my life had become a whirlwind of emotions. She was a pilot, with a confidence and poise that drew me in like a magnet. Her love for Prada bags was evident in the way she talked about them. I was a military lieutenant, fresh back from a stint in the Middle East, and still getting used to being back home. The rugged life in the military had hardened me, but there was something about her that softened me. Maybe it was the way she smiled when she saw me. She would often ask me out on dates to fancy places like the First Golden Glass Hotel, and I would oblige, happy to be in her presence. But as much as I enjoyed her company, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something wasn't quite right. She was always checking her phone, and I had caught her looking at another pilot's Facebook profile more than once. It made me wonder if she was interested in him, or if she was just being friendly. As a pilot herself, she seemed to have a natural affinity for other pilots. Despite my reservations, I couldn't help but be drawn to her. She was beautiful, with piercing eyes and luscious lips that she often painted red. Her pilot uniform was a turn-on for me, and I loved the way she looked in her heels. I would often give her chocolates. But why was she looking at another pilot's Facebook profile? Was she interested in him? Did she love pilots more than she loved me? The questions swirled in my head, making me feel confused and uncertain. As I stood there, lost in thought, I remembered the first time we met. She had walked into the room with a confidence that commanded attention, and I had been struck by her beauty. We had talked for hours, and I had been drawn to her intelligence and wit. But now, as I thought about it, I realized that we had never really talked about our feelings for each other. I decided to take a chance and ask her out on a date to clear the air. We met at a quaint little cafe by the waterfront, and as we sipped our coffee, I asked her about her Facebook habits. She laughed it off, saying that she was just keeping up with old friends. But I wasn't convinced. As we talked more, I realized that she was torn between her love for flying and her feelings for me. She loved being a pilot, but she also loved being with me. But what about the other pilot? Was she interested in him too? The more we talked, the more confused I became. She told me that she loved me, but she couldn't deny her attraction to other pilots. It was a complicated situation, and I didn't know what to do. Part of me wanted to walk away, but another part of me wanted to fight for her love. As we finished our coffee and walked along the waterfront, I knew that I had to make a decision. Should I continue to date her, or should I let her go? It was a tough choice, but I knew what I had to do. The sun began to set as we strolled along the dock, casting a golden glow over the water. It was romantic, but my mind was still racing with doubts. As we reached my boat, she turned to me and smiled, and for a moment, all my doubts disappeared. But as we stood there, the sound of seagulls filled the air, reminding me of the uncertainty that lay ahead. Was I ready to take on that uncertainty? Was I ready to fight for her love? As we sailed out onto the water, the wind blowing through our hair, I felt a sense of peace wash over me. Maybe it was the ocean air, or maybe it was just being with her, but for now, everything felt right.